you?
I'm doing great, Troy. Thanks for calling in. So on the line we have Troy Johnson, formerly of the Big Fat Morning Show,
Oh, goodness.
In Baltimore,
That was
Maryland.
93 years ago.
Hey,
What
I
is it?
don't care. I'm still going to put it out there so they know who we're talking to. He's calling in to chat with us about the Tour de France race. Is it still going on, or has it ended?
It just barely ended just a few minutes
That's
ago.
what I figured. Okay.
I'm still watching. They haven't presented the trophies or anything for the actual, you know, overall winners, but the last stage, stage 21, was a um, time trial, which
Okay.
is a little bit different from if people watch cycling and they see the peloton, the group of riders, on the course. Uh, a time trial is an individual start, so each rider is spaced out by about a 2 minute window,
Okay.
and so it breaks down. Everybody is on their course on their own time, and whoever has the fastest time wins this particular stage. So
Okay.
it's I don't want to get too in the weeds for those that don't really know much about the tour, and I don't know everything about it,
Right.
but it's kind of interesting uh, having a time trial at the end of the race. Most of the years that I've seen it, it's been like stage 20.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an interesting year too because the race um, finishes in Nice this year.
Oh, okay.
Um,
As opposed to
it's in
where?
Paris.
Okay.
The last stage, every race except this one has been, it ends on um, it ends in Paris,
Okay.
and but because of the Olympics this time,
Mm.
it's in Nice
Okay, got you. It makes sense.
for the first time ever.
Okay, cool.
I have a question. So, hey Troy, this is Kamal.
Hey,
Um,
Kamal, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
On an average for each stage, what's the distance that these bikers are riding?
Oh my goodness. I mean, each stage is different. Um, that's a great question.
Okay.
I don't. There's not a standard mileage for each stage, but well, let's put it this way: well over 100 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
The race is 21 days
Mm, mm, mm.
and more than 3,000 miles.
Woo.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that makes
So
sense. Yep.
so if you break it down that way, it kind of gives you a sense that
Mm-hmm.
they cover well over 100 miles each day.
Mm,
Whoa.
that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. So, so do you know anything about the Jer- can you pronounce his name? The African man, the African guy that's been in the headlines.
Um, um,
I don't have his name in front of me.
Benny
Yes.
Benny Germany.
German. Okay. All right.
He is um, he's from Eritrea,
Yes.
and he is the first um, African
Mm-hmm.
to to win a stage. He actually won three races in this particular race this year, and he's also the first one to win the green jersey.
Okay.
So, so if you a lot of people know about the yellow jersey. That's the overall race leader.
Okay.
Um, but there are, cycling has several separate disciplines. In addition to all these guys
Mm-hmm.
and women, because there is a women's version of the tour and women's cycling as well.
Okay.
But in addition to riding a race, there
Mm-hmm.
are individual races within it. So,
Okay.
so the overall yellow jersey, there are um, um, what you call GC riders, general classification. They're the top rider on each team that's trying to win the overall race.
Okay.
Then you have um, King of the Mountains, which is polka dot jersey, a
Mm-hmm.
white jersey with red polka dots.
Okay.
So
Wow. had no idea.
during the race segments, there are, the first person over the summit of a mountain earns the most points. So let's say the three of us were riding. If I get to the top first, I get 20 points. Second person gets, 10.
Okay.
Next person gets 5.
So it's a
All
point
the way down.
system. Okay.
There's a point system for that particular race.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the green jersey, which is for sprinters. So imagine riding 130 miles
Mm.
and then sprinting to the finish at the end of the race. That's really what Biniyam Girmay does.
Wow.
It's an all-out, as
Oof.
fast as you can go in the last, kilometer of the race.
Okay.
And then there's one more jersey. There's the white jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best young rider.
Okay.
So I think you have to be under 25, and whoever has the top time in that age group gets the white jersey.
And he won that
And
one
yes,
too. Okay.
Biniyam did not win that one.
Oh, okay.
He won the green overall for
Mm-hmm.
the entire race.
Okay.
But you can win multiple jerseys. You could be the winner of, you could wear all 4 of them, but you can't wear them all at the same time. But you could. There are riders that have, I think the best young rider is relatively new,
Mm-hmm.
but there's you can Google this guy, Eddie Merckx.
Okay.
Was a very famous cyclist from the 70s who did win at that time the 3 jerseys.
Wow.
And the race. He won the race 5 or 6 times. So yeah, you can win multiple different things.
So who won?
The person that won the race is Tadej Pogačar.
Okay.
And he is from I forgot where he's from. He's from Slovenia.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
from Slovenia.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was hoping that Benny.
Oh no! Well, he'll be on the podium.
Okay.
For the green jersey presentation.
Okay.
So all of those jerseys will be represented at the same time.
All right.
So in terms of Benny, that is a huge accomplishment.
Okay. All right.
There are very few black cyclists in this
Yeah.
kind of race in the European Grand Tours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's super dope
Okay.
accomplishment.
Yes, it is.
And
Wow.
I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
What kind of prizes do they get as far as the money and stuff like that?
That's a good question. I don't know the actual amount, but I'm pretty sure that these guys get paid a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
They're on, like any other sport, they're pursued by teams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's, in some cases, when you think about athletes and how much money they make, soccer might be the top sport in the world.
Yes.
Getting signed by Barcelona, and you're the very best in the world, like who am I thinking about?
Messi.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo,
Mm-hmm.
Messi, they might make $200 million,
Mm-hmm.
to be signed. I know numbers are higher now because teams in the Middle East are breaking out.
Yeah, they are.
Big bank.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that. Cycling, I'm not saying it's on that same level, but the guy who won the race, Tadej Pogačar, his team is UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, okay. All
so
right.
there
Mm-hmm.
could be there could be some cheddar for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know where they are on par with other sports, but they definitely make some money.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it. Mm. Oh, thank you so much, Troy, for calling in. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate you
Is
so
that did I
much.
cover it all?
Yeah, yeah, you pretty much did. Yeah, because I figured I was like, well, it should be ending right when we start, since they're so
Hmm.
ahead of us, 6 hours, I think. So, maybe when you call, I was trying to factor it all in. So, yeah, timing was
Yeah,
perfect. Yep.
excellent.
Time was
Okay, good,
perfect. Thank you.
good.
I won't bother you until I bother you again.
Until until the Vuelta Espana in August,
What's that? I got it.
the tour of Spain.
Okay, you have to wait a minute. Wait a minute. Spell it out real quick. Let me put it in here.
Vuelta Espana.
Okay, with a V
So
or a
yeah,
W?
with a V.
Okay, that's what.
So
Okay.
yeah, there are the big races are the Tour de France,
Okay.
the Giro d'Italia, Tour of Italy, and the Vuelta Hispana
Oh,
in
Spina.
Spain.
Okay, got you. All right.
Those are the multi-stage, the big tours in cycling. There are other races all around the world,
Mm-hmm.
um, but that's kind of the one that
That's
um,
huge.
that's huge. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
like
right.
Real Geeks. Now, even I don't watch all of those, but I do watch a little bit. And of course, there'll be cycling too during the Olympics.
Right. Okay. I'm not gonna tune in for that one. But the Volta España,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
Hmm.
into that. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Check
and
that out. And
I sure
the
will.
women's, the Le Tour,
Mm-hmm.
the women's Tour de France is also in August.
Okay. Wow.
So that's a
During the
relatively new
Olympics.
race. It's uh I
Well,
forgot. It might
yeah.
start August 8th or 9th, something like
Okay.
that.
All right.
It's
Okay.
about eight. It's not 21 stages. I think it's like 8 stages.
Okay.
But yeah, women get down too.
Yeah, I'm sure they
They
do. You know we do. We handle our own.
most of these big teams, or some of these big teams, I should say, uh, have women as well. Have
Okay.
women's teams as well. So yeah.
So one last question before I let you
Hmm.
go. When you say big teams, is it similar to like the Formula One and NASCAR teams like that?
A lot of the teams are based on sponsorships.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
All right.
uh, either bicycles.
Mm-hmm.
Bikes have. When Lance Armstrong was racing, he
Mm-hmm.
was on the Trek team, Trek bicycles.
Okay.
So the teams can either be named by bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
or it could be a big time sponsor. You know,
Okay.
there's a there's a there's a cycling team that generally is called Alpecin.
Mm-hmm.
And Alpecin is a um, shampoo, a caffeinated shampoo in Europe. Who
Caffeinated.
knew?
All right.
Yeah.
Keep you awake.
So right. I mean, they will wake you up through a
Mm-hmm.
washing your hair, but so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it
That's
could
funny.
vary. Sometimes the bike teams are the main part of the sponsorship. Sometimes you know grocery stores, products.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
could be a variety of different things.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And I will be in touch.
Okay,
And
sounds good.
lock the number in, okay?